welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another episode of TEW 2020 WWE here with an episode of NXT to come. I decided literally at the end of recording this episode that I was going to split them up individually, at least till Survivor Series, and so I've had to record this intro after. So yeah, but stacked card, breakout tournaments are both starting. It's 32 new superstars set to debut over the next 4 weeks, looking to break out and earn that contract for a guaranteed championship match here on NXT of their choosing. So plenty of new names for you to remember, and plenty of goddamn things for me to try and work out and get on the show, so that's fun. Not further ado, let's just jump right into it. It's time to look at the fallout from Halloween Havoc and begin the build-up to Survivor Series over here on the Black and Gold brand on Wednesday night action with NXT. And NXT gets underway with the NXT champion LA Knight coming out to the ring. LA Knight entering the Golden Guard of NXT. His fellow Golden Guard, Spanish Fly, lost their gold at Halloween Havoc to Gargano. And so yeah, it's just LA Knight coming out, and LA Knight says, "Let me talk to you." He's a Spanish Fly, Socrates, Alfonso. They're busy. They're busy backstage, plotting and planning their way to get right back to the top. To sit on the top of Mount Olympus with the Golden God himself, LA Knight. So I'm here. I'm my lonesome right now, but do not worry, LA Knight's used to being here. Because they say that the top is a lonely place, and LA Knight's always been at the tippity top. I'm sure you'll all agree. LA Knight saying that at Halloween Havoc, Johnny Gargano, the supposed heart and soul of NXT, I sent him back in 1, 2, 3. Because I told all of y'all, I told him to his face, I told him it was a fact of life that LA Knight runs NXT right now. It's a fact of life that no one steps up to LA Knight. It's a fact of life that LA Knight is the NXT champion. And there's no one on God's green earth, let alone WWE's gold brand, that can step up to the Golden God himself. When comes out the NXT North American champion Isaiah Swerve Scott, and Swerve says to LA Knight he's heard LA Knight run in his mouth since he got here in NXT. Swerve says he's been watching, he's been waiting, he not want to make a fuss. Oh, who's he kidding? He is. But he's been biding his time for this moment, because guess what, LA Knight? In the words of a former NXT champion, tick-tock. Because your time with that championship's been running out for a long time. Because you see, whilst you've been holding that, running your mouth while sitting at the top, I've been holding this. Holding this North American title. And I've been biding my time, and I've been waiting. And now here we are. November 2022. Survivor Series isn't months away, it's weeks away. And so, LA Knight, take this as my official acknowledgement, my official announcement. Take this as your official warning that at Survivor Series I'm activating my option C. I'm vacating my NXT North American title, and I am taking that NXT championship from you. And that, LA, now that is a fact of life. 40100, good little opening segment here, very good. Swerve joins Chad Gable in officially activating option C. He will vacate his North American title for a shot at LA Knight's NXT championship. 100. Very good. I will give a warning right now. For the next 2 months of NXT, but especially the next 4 weeks, the ratings might be down. I'll warn you right now, because ladies and gentlemen, you should be prepared, because it's been announced for a while. It's the start of breakout tournaments. 16 men. God, what we got? We've got the NXT Breakout Tournament, 16 superstars. NXT Women's Breakout Tournament, 16 superstars. 32 hopefuls fighting out for 2 breakout contracts where they get a championship match of their choosing. I'll hear on NXT at least. So yeah, big things. And also low ratings probably, because a lot of debuting people. But yeah, We'll do little intros for all of them, which is going to take a little bit of time, but these are long episodes anyway. And then we will also, do the matches. And hopefully they won't be too low. Fingers crossed. But we're going to get right into that right now with the first match in the NXT Breakout Tournament. And I hope you're ready. Who am I? Who am I? My name is Brian Keefe. But y'all might know me better as the Bounty Hunter. You see, what am I doing here? In the WWE, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, a lot of heads, a lot of people, a lot of hate, a lot of anger, a lot of rage, and a lot of money to be made with a lot of bounties out on heads. So here I am on NXT. The Bounty Hunter, Brian Keefe. That wasn't meant to rhyme, but here we are. Here to break out, here to get my name out there, so people know when they got a job that needs doing, only one man, they're going to be calling for it. Brian Keefe, first superstar of the Breakout Tournament. What's up, guys? It is Nate Preston here, your boy, Nate. From the West Coast, from the sunny beaches of California. Born and bred and brought here alongside my main man, the Duke, who you're going to get to know very, very well. I got to rep my homeboy. I got to shout him out right here, right now. But I'm here to break out as well, make a name for myself as well. And so here I am, NXT Breakout Tournament. Nate Preston, ready to break out. Because y'all need to know that the Preston name is money. The Nate Preston is money. And me and my boys, we are all G-O-A-T-E-D. Nate Preston, the second superstar in the NXT Breakout Tournament. 36, not too bad, not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. First match in the NXT Breakout Tournament. We got Brian Keefe here. And we got Nate Preston. Yeah, 36. Good. Brian Keefe debuted his Bounty Hunter gimmick and he got great. And Nate Preston debuted his Rich Prick gimmick. I just didn't have a better name for it, and it was like 2 a.m. And it got very good. So very good for both of those things. If you're curious, Brian Keefe, an actual person, you can go look him up if you want. I did in preparation for this, and he's good. Nate Preston is a... I've lost a word. What is he? He's a new gen. He's a new gen? Yeah, he's a wrestler the game created. Yeah. That's the gimmick I've given him, and that is beautiful. Beautiful faced. If you can tell me who that is, go ahead. But yes, the first match in the Breakout Tournament here in NXT, we've got Brian Keefe versus Nate Preston. And in the end here, the superstar picking up the first win in the Breakout Tournament is Nate Preston. A little bit of cheating, a little bit of underhand. And Brian Keefe just sustained an undisclosed hand injury. Not good for your first night, Brian. Sorry, mate. God. But Nate Preston in the end hits the highbrow face plant. He's a highbrow kind of guy. And gets the win for a 32 Brian Keefe, 33 Nate Preston. Okay in-ring performances to start. Something to build from, isn't it? Yeah, hope Brian's okay on his debut. Unlucky there, mate. Unlucky. As then, yeah. Go to commercial, come back. Out comes to the ring Grayson Waller. And Grayson Waller's having a great time, mate. Grayson Waller says that he got away from those creepy weirdos, Dexter Lumis, and his weird buddy, his weird friend, that big weird masked guy in the boiler suit. And Grayson Waller says that, of course he got away from him. He's Grayson Waller. He's smarter than Dexter Lumis, much more intelligent, bigger brain. But Grayson Waller says that this is going to end. Says he's going to stop Dexter Lumis. And so he calls out Dexter Lumis right here, right now. Steel chair in hand. Grayson Waller calling him out. But Grayson Waller is not met by Dexter Lumis. He's met by Murphy. Murphy not seen in God knows how long. Please don't ask me to try and guess. If I was guessing, I'd probably say, like, what? WrestleMania Andre, maybe? And Murphy comes out and Grayson Waller asks what the hell he's doing here in Grayson Waller's ring, and Murphy just tells him to shut up. Murphy saying that he's been sitting in the back and catering. Been told there's nothing for him. Watching Grayson Waller come out here and run his mouth. Grayson Waller come out here and take up airtime. Murphy says he's had enough. Murphy says, if no one else around here, if even Dexter Lumis isn't going to shut your mouth, I'll do it. For a 44. Good little segment, yeah. Not the highest rated guys, so we'll take the 44, yeah. And yeah, Grayson Waller versus Murphy right here, right now. And Murphy picks up the win with Murphy's Law. And Grayson Waller gets a sustained UCL tear. What is going on tonight? What is going on tonight? God. 42 for the match. They didn't click. 37 Waller, 53 Murphy. They didn't click. It got a 42, and then Grayson Waller got a partial UCL tear. What is happening tonight? What is in the water here at NXT right now? My God. Murphy gets the win. Hope you're okay, Grayson. God, the medics here at NXT are going to have a tough time, aren't they? Oh, Lord. Lordy, lordy. Yeah. Let's go backstage. Let's go backstage to an interview. An interview with Kayla Braxton. And Kayla Braxton is interviewing Legado, Zelina, Cruiserweight Champion, Tag Champs now, Santos Escobar and Humberto Carrillo, and Dominic Mysterio. And Dominic's got a bit of a new look, as you might guess. And Kayla asking them, you know, congratulations on the Cruiserweight Tag Title win, asking about what happened at Halloween Havoc. And Zelina says that at Halloween Havoc, Legado got their championships back. And at Halloween Havoc, a certain somebody made a decision. A certain somebody realized that their entire time here, decisions were being made for them by their father. But now it's time for them to walk away, to cut the apron strings. Because they don't need him anymore. Isn't that right? And then Dominic saying that Ray is done. He's washed up. I have a new family now. For a 60. Ray. Yeah. Crying at home, you have to assume, with Angie. As Dominic has found himself a new family here with Legado. Look at his little pic. Look at his little face. Thank you to WWE for giving me this render of emo, evil Dominic Mysterio. Very kind, very kind. As then, we're going to kick off things in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. And so, yeah, without further ado, let's introduce our two superstars. Well, hello. My name is Violet Spencer. How would I describe myself? Classy. Elegant. Just, I mean, all around better than everyone else. And so I'm coming to NXT to break out, to take over, whatever wording you want to use. Let's face it, the black and gold era of NXT is over, and now is the era of Violet. Violet Spencer, another new gen. Yeah. Look good, look good. Well, hello, hello, hello. Y'all know who I am. Your main man, Malcolm Bivens. I'm here to introduce the pit bull of the Diamond Mine herself, Ivy Nile. Now, make no mistake, the Diamond Mine is well and truly breaking out this year. The Diamond of the Diamond Mine, Roderick Strong, is the Cruiserweight Champion still. Whilst Ivy here, and whilst our special weapon in the Diamond Mine that y'all gonna be seeing next week, well, they're about ready to break out. And Ivy's just trading there for 30. Good, good. Yeah. Violet Spencer and Ivy Nile. Violet Spencer debuted her Excellence gimmick, and it got rating of great. So the gimmicks are doing really well. And as long as no one gets injured this time, I'm happy. As then we have the first match in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. Ivy Nile versus Violet Spencer. You know, Malcolm Bivens, the Creed brothers, Taz at ringside, Roger Strong there as well. Hell yeah. Diamond Mine, they're a squad, aren't they? They're all going to be there, all shouting out tips. The Creed brothers, encouragement, Taz giving tips, Strong giving tips, Bivens hyping everything up. Yeah. Ivy Nile versus Violet Spencer. Violet Spencer doing some, you know, nice technical displays, the excellence of it all. But in the end, it's the Pitbull, Ivy Nile, who picks up the win. And I press next segment, and I'm very scared. No one got injured. Let's go. God. 23 for the match. Dragon Sleeper in the end. Ivy Nile locks it in, and Violet Spencer taps out. As, yeah, Ivy Nile picks up the win. Dragged a bit in the middle, which was 3 minutes in. So the fans weren't really feeling this, but yeah, 2 new superstars. Both got 29, by the way, though. So that's fine. But yeah, Ivy Nile is the first superstar to advance in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. And yeah, like Malcolm Bivens said, the secret weapon of the Diamond Mines. Guess in the comments who you think that is. Will be debuting next week in the NXT Breakout Tournament. Looking at Breakout himself. Beautiful. As then, there's so many tournaments going on, I'll get confused. Earlier, Isaiah Swift got announced he was activating Option C, vacating his NXT North American title, fighting for the NXT Championship. You with me? Yes. He did that. Did he? Yes, he did. And so, of course, we're going to need a new NXT North American Champion, Regal, quick at work, just like Drake Maverick was, to prepare a tournament. And we're going to get right into that. First of all, first quarterfinal matchup, Cameron Grimes taking on Carmelo Hayes for a 62. Just a little intro. Both men want this, you know. Carmelo Hayes wants to win the NXT North American title back. Carmelo Hayes says last year, it's going on right now, last year, he was in that breakout tournament. And last year, he didn't win it, but he broke out nonetheless and became NXT North American Champion. Hell, December last year, yeah. 11 months ago. And he said he's ready to win it again. And Cameron Grimes saying that he's ready to get his hands on some gold around here. He's got plenty of gold at home, but he wants some WWE gold in his hands as well, if you know what I'm saying. For a 62. I don't know why they did Elvis at the end. 62. Yeah. Cameron Grimes versus Carmelo Hayes in the quarterfinal of NXT North American Championship Tournament. In the end, the superstar advancing to the semi is Carmelo Hayes. Yeah, top rope leg drop, picks up the win, 73 for the match. Oh god, it's nice to have a dark green rating. I don't think I'm going to see one of those on NXT for a while. 77 Carmelo Hayes, 73 Cameron Grimes. Yeah, happy. Carmelo Hayes, the first man to advance in the NXT North American Championship Tournament. As, oh good, nonsense. I love when we get to the nonsense section. We go cinematic. And we're outside a house. It's raining even. Okay, it's dramatic. Knock at the door. Santino opens the door. He looks around. Who is there, huh? Who is at Santino's door? And then he looks down. And who is it? But Tony D'Angelo. And Tony's soaking wet. Tony's on his knees. He says, Mr. Morella, I'm sorry. All my plans, they didn't come to fruition. All I wanted to do, sir, is earn your respect. All I wanted to do. Earn your respect. And get your beautiful daughter's hand in marriage. I'm sorry, sir. And Santino says, Tony, get it up, get up. And Tony stands up, you know, still dripping wet. And Santino says, I'm coming. And then they go in. Beautiful house, lovely decor as you'd expect from Mr. Morella. We'd expect nothing less from Mr. Morella, would we? And Santino says, you know, Vladimir Kozlov is there, bodyguard. And Santino says, Ariana. And Ariana comes in. She's smiling. And Santino says, listen, Tony. I don't know why. I don't know why. But my daughter, she wants to go on the date with you. And Tony's happy. He beams, he does. This beautiful, beautiful boy. He beams, oh my lord, oh my word. As yes, for a 51, Tony goes begging, goes saying sorry, but finds out the beautiful news that Ariana wants to go on a date with our boy Tony. My word. If you enjoyed the restaurant portion of this past episode of Raw, you're in for a treat. Tony and Ariana's date night next week. That's the Total Extreme Wrestling content you're tuning in for, I'll assume. Oh god. As then we go back to the breakout tournament. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the breakout tournament. And god, what are we doing? Breakout tournament, yeah. And yeah, let's introduce the next two superstars for the breakout tournament. February 2022 marked 10 years since my first wrestling match. And so I thought no better way to spend my 10th anniversary than coming down here to Orlando and signing with NXT ready to break out. And after a hell of a lot of traffic over 9 months, I finally got here to NXT ready to break out. Now I don't care who's put in front of me. I don't care who's in my way. I don't care who I'm up against. I'm ready to rise to that occasion. I'm ready to win. And trust me, whoever you are in my way, whoever you are I beat, when I beat you, there is no shame in that. Yeah, no shame, Jimmy Shane. Here in the NXT Breakout Tournament, November 2022. Kid Bandit finally makes their debut here in WWE, in NXT, in the incredibly appropriate name Breakout Tournament. Ready to do just that, ready to break out. Break out of this little box people have been trying to put me in my entire life. People always thought they knew who I was, what I was, who I could be, who I should be, where I was going, what I was going to do, what I was capable of. But they didn't. Year after year after year, they still thought they knew. But here I am. And that box, I feel like I broke out of it a long time ago. But if there's any people who are still trying to keep me trapped in that box that has become a prison, then I am going to break out of it once and for all here. I'm going to break out here in NXT. Because, well, in the story of my life, of the story of Kid Bandit, the prologue is over. And now here we are, chapter 1. Breaking out for good. And I don't know about everyone else around here, but I'm going to make sure my story is a good one. For 16, yeah, Kid Bandit and Jimmy Shane, both here in the breakout tournament, both here in NXT, ready to do just that, breakout. Shocking, I know, you're shocked, that's what they're here to do, yeah. 16, not the best, yeah, this might be the lowest, this will probably be the lowest rated match. Jimmy Shane debuted his No Shame gimmick, it's got an initial rating of awful, which I'm sure we'd all disagree is absolute malarkey from TEW. Malarkey, I tell ya. But yeah, 16, oh well, Kid Bandit, Jimmy Shane, breakout tournament. In the end, the superstar advancing into the next round is Kid Bandit. Kid Bandit hits the Phoenix Splash in the end and does pin No Shame Jimmy Shane, yep. 11 for the match, yep. 13 Kid Bandit, 16 Jimmy Shane. Kid Bandit was off their game, sadly. But they have a groundswell of public support, so that's nice. The crowd, you'll win over the crowd. You'll both win over the crowd, let's face it, yeah. It's Kid Bandit who advances, though, in the end, into the next round of the breakout tournament. Lovely. Lovely. Then, next up, commercial comeback. Out comes Next Gen to the ring. Next Gen in a happy mood. Cora and Roxanne, the new women's tag team champions. Annie Cooper with them as well. Came up short against Mandy Rose, but still in a happy mood. Next Gen celebrate. They thank the fans for their support. They thank Candice. They say they hope she gets better soon. But they say they are here and they've earned this. They've earned this title. No matter what people say, no matter what people want to think, they earned this. And then comes out the people who, you know, say and think negatively. Toxic Attraction. The people who lost the women's tag titles. Mandy, Gigi, and JC. And they're not happy. Mandy says that Roxanne and Cora got lucky. Okay, and if JC was 100% fit, then they wouldn't have those titles. But they should enjoy them. Okay, live out their childhood dream of playing champion. Because that's all they're doing. But dress up time is going to be over before you know it. And those titles are going to be right back where they belong. With the attraction here. Toxic Attraction. And Roxanne's had enough. Roxanne's had enough. She says maybe they didn't get lucky. They worked hard for this. Hell, maybe Mandy got lucky when she beat Annie. Maybe that was the case. And Mandy not taking that too well. And Roxanne saying, well, if you're so confident in yourself, Mandy, let's do this. Right here, right now, you and me. For that title. And Mandy is angry. And she's annoyed. And maybe she lets her anger get the better of her here. And does something Mandy wouldn't do if she was a bit more calm and collected. And accepts for a 61. Next up for the NXT Women's Tag Team the Women's Championship. One half of the Women's Tag Champions, Roxanne Perez versus Mandy Rose. 61 for that is good. And in the end, Toxic and the rest of the Next Gen at ringside. Match going on. Roxanne starts to get ahead a little bit. She gets a very close near two. You know, Mandy goes for the knee, but Roxanne ducks underneath and rolls her up for a near two. Fighting out, and in the end, Mandy, I didn't put this title on the line. In the end, Mandy is handed title by Gigi and smashes it into the face of Roxanne. Ref calls for the bell. 61 for the match, 81 Mandy, 53 Roxanne, that's fine, yeah. Roxanne gets the win by DQ. Mandy, you know, maybe just can't be bothered with it. Fought 2 matches a few days ago. Whatever reasoning you want to give her. Whatever reason she'd say. Mandy. Eating the loss through disqualification. That's the best way I'm going to figure out how to phrase this. Then we go backstage again to Kayla Braxton. God, I love going back to Kayla Braxton, don't I? I'm getting more interviewers. I am getting more interviewers. Just because, you know, I can't expect you to work all 3 shows, Kayla. As, yeah, Kayla's with the NXT North American Champion, Isaiah Swerve Scott. Not North American Champion for long, mind you. And she talks about acting opportunity, and Swerve says it was always, you know, never a doubt. This is what he was going to do. NXT North American Championship is a great title. He's brought a lot of prestige to it. He likes to think, and he's enjoyed holding around his waist, but he's ready for that step up to the NXT Championship. In walks Hit Row, congratulating Swerve, you know, saying that they know he's going to kill it as NXT Champion. They know he's going to do it as NXT Champion. And saying that they know LA Knight and his pals, his goons, they don't play fair. So if Swerve needs the backup, he knows where to holler at. Swerve. Acknowledging, yeah. For a 66, which is fine. Yeah, which is fine. Another good little segment. Swerve, LA Knight, Survivor Series. It's going to be a banger. I can feel it. Can you feel it? I can feel it. It's going to be a banger. God. NXT Breakout Tournament. Again, I know. The final NXT Breakout Tournament of the night. And yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into the introduction, shall we? NXT Women's Breakout Tournament introductions. And I don't know really what to say about this. It's Wendy Chu, this one. Yeah, Wendy Chu. She doesn't say much. She's just sleeping for a lot of it. You know? It's like they were meant to film these introduction videos themselves, but she just spent her time sleeping. And yeah. Wendy Chu. Yeah, Wendy Chu. And then we have the exciting introduction of her opponent. Well, hello. My name is Trick Williams, and I'm the owner, founder, and head proprietor of Trick Williams Big Booty Baddies, the newest, hottest modeling agency in the game, representing the newest and hottest women's superstar on this roster. Now, this lady, she is big, and she is bad. She is bad with a capital behind. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 NXT Women's Breakout Tournament winner, Rain. For 39, Trick providing that beautiful introduction for the woman in the past week he's convinced to join his agency, Cassidy Rain, formerly known as Jamie Hayter, you still need me to say that. 39, yeah, Cassidy Rain versus Wendy Chu in a match which I think could be a little decent rating. In the 40s, maybe hit 50 if I'm lucky here. Cassidy Rain versus Wendy Chu, Tricky Willie at ringside to watch, as in the end, Cassidy Rain hits the ripcord lariat and picks up the big victory. For a 50, yeah, got a 50. Happy with that. 52, Cassidy Rain. Pop off, Cassidy, pop off. 47, Wendy Chu. Happy with that, yeah. Cassidy Rain, as Tricky Willie himself would say, advances into the next round of the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. Beautiful, beautiful. Absolute scenes here at the BBVA Stadium. As then we have, ready for the main event, the final little intro for a match in the NXT North American Championship Tournament. Alfonso Bourbon introduces himself, one half of Spanish Fly, one half of the one-weight cruiserweight tag team champions. You know, ready to get some gold himself. There's him and Socrates, both ready to get gold in any way, shape, or form it takes place. And his opponent, William Regal, says that he wanted the best superstars around, fighting for this opportunity to become NXT North American champion. He says he wants his North American title to go to the best superstar possible, available. And so introducing Alfonso Bourbon's opponent, the newest superstar around here, Montez Ford. William Regal says that he put out an open call out. Anyone who wants to step up for this final space. And there are a lot of applications, but from his experience on NXT, from his experience watching SmackDown and watching Raw, there was no better superstar around. And Regal says if Ford can step up, if Ford can do this, if Ford can win the NXT North American title, then William Regal says that, you know, if he's got to use his first pick in the draft to sign Montez Ford, God willing that SmackDown don't pick him first, he says if Ford can win the title, he'll happily do that. So a lot on the line, God. Montez Ford, Alfonso Bourbon, 71. Good main event. Who's going to advance to face Carmelo Hayes next week? In the end, it is Montez Ford with a big frog splash to Bourbon for a 72. Good match. 81 Ford, 63 Bourbon. Happy with that. It will be Montez Ford versus Carmelo Hayes in 2 weeks' time, not next week. In 2 weeks' time, where the winner will advance to the championship match for the North American title at Survivor Series. Banger after banger. After Sheamus would say, banger after banger after banger. Beautiful. Beautiful. Main event's done, but that is not the end of the show as we go to the car park. And we find a very solemn Johnny Gargano making his way. Walking towards the ring for a 91. Beautiful. And then his music hits and Johnny comes out, the fans cheering Johnny in the ring, taking a minute to take in the cheers. And Johnny thanks them. He thanks them for all the love and all of the support and everything they've ever given to him on this show over the years. And Johnny says that he let them down. Says he couldn't do it. He couldn't beat LA Knight. He says maybe the Johnny of 5 years ago could. But this Johnny right now couldn't. And Johnny says that he used to believe maybe what the fans said, that he was the heart and the soul of NXT, but maybe that's not the case anymore. Johnny says maybe NXT, maybe it would be better without him. Maybe he doesn't belong here anymore. Maybe he's done everything he can here. The crowd booing a little bit. They don't want Johnny to go. They don't believe any of this. But Johnny says, I've won the NXT Championship. I've won the NXT North American Championship. I've won the Tag Team Championships. I've won everything there is to win. I beat everyone, or at least I faced everyone. Even if I lost, I gave my all against every single superstar that there was to face around here, and I don't know if there's anything left for me. When, yes, out comes the NXT Japan champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura comes down to the ring and goes face to face with Johnny. The crowd cheering. It's fever pitch in here. Holy bleep, holy bleep. As Nakamura holds out his hand and Johnny passes the mic, and Nakamura just simply says, "You haven't faced me." For a 96. Lovely. Lovely. Johnny doesn't know what's next. Maybe someone else does. Yeah, with Nakamura, he's just kind of chilling in Japan, you know, training the guys over there. NXT Japan champion. With a big name like Nakamura, my main thought is, if I don't have something solid to do for him, which I don't really at the moment, which is sad because he is incredible and I love him, then I just keep him over there. But when I bring in Nakamura, which I'm doing sparingly, but when I do, I like to treat him like a really big deal. So yeah. Yeah. Nakamura coming down, face to face with Johnny. Big thing. Big thing. Beautiful. NXT gets a rating of 83, which, yeah, considering the breakout tournament matches, I mean, there's a 11 rated match here. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'm very happy with the breakout tournament, though. I like it. I like getting all these new names. Makes things fresh, you know? Let me know in the comments throughout the breakout tournament if anyone catches your eye. As, yeah, looking at the timer, we're at 37 minutes. Raw was about 30 minutes. SmackDown's going to be about 30 minutes. And so it's in this very moment that I'm saying I think I'm going to cut the episodes up. Maybe just for November. With the breakout tournament and the introductions, things are going to go long. So, yeah. Yeah. When Raw releases a single episode of something instead of a big conglomerate episode, and then NXT does, you'll have to wait till NXT till I make that decision. But there you go, yeah. But that is going to be it for NXT. And I guess, oh god, this is weird. I have to do an outro. I usually wait till after SmackDown, yeah. I have to do an outro. That's going to be it for now. So yeah. I mean, I'll probably release them like day after day after day or something to get them out, but yeah. I mean, yeah, when I get in the swing of it, I think I'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. God. Monday night Raw, Wednesday night NXT, and Friday night SmackDown. Who would think of that? God. That is it for now. I hope you have enjoyed. Back again tomorrow, I guess, for Friday night SmackDown. But yeah, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed, and yeah, like, subscribe. God, I'm trying to remember my outro. Yeah, leave a like if you have enjoyed. Subscribe for the episode of SmackDown. And as we go along in the breakout tournament and beyond, and as always, I just want to say a very special thank you for watching.